darling. It's Jennifer from the patio. So I am here today working in my the farm journal and just putting some ephemera in. And this is my second time to do it because I've been sitting here for, I can't tell you how long, just talking away, putting all the ephemera in, and I'm already on the last one. And went to look to see and realized that it had turned off. Don't ask me why, but it happens. So anywho, we are putting some ephemera in, and this is going to probably just be a short little video, but I need something to go out tomorrow, and I already put everything in, so I don't know. I can go back and show you what I did, but right now we're just putting ephemera in, and we're in the last signature of this 3-signature journal. I'll show it to you when I get through. So we're not decorating. We're not doing anything. I'm just putting some pockets in and some tags and all that kind of good stuff. And I was looking at this particular one, and this is just too busy to put on this side. And so I'm going to put these on this side. I love those hinges. And making sure that these, and if they don't, I can always do a different tag, but I think I'm going to do it like this. And then maybe that one will stick out. I can always cut some off the bottom. I want them to kind of overlap a little bit. So even if I brought them down, I'm okay with that. So let's start with this one. I can't believe I did that. I mean, I'm just like, oh, I hate when I do that. But I had paused the video to go get my glasses, and then I came back and I pushed the button, but it wasn't recording. And I was just talking away with you, just having a great conversation. Felt like we were just really connecting. But it's c'est la vie. It just is what it is, right? I mean, we just don't have any control over this technology sometimes. So I even have glue all over my hands from it because I have just put all this ephemera in. But at least I can show you what I've done. So let's put that one there. So I am just working in this journal that I'm making. And I wanted to tell you that you do not have to be working in the same journal that I am or using the papers that I have at all. Like, you can be doing your own thing and be making little pockets like this. And, you know, it doesn't have to be what I'm doing. And, because, you know, sometimes I think people look at it and they go, oh, I didn't buy the kit, so I'm not gonna watch. And that's not true. You can watch, you can get some ideas, you can craft along and be using your own journal, and just, you know, it doesn't have to be this particular paper. It can be whatever paper you have. I'm going to put that right there. I was saying earlier, I went thrifting this weekend again, and I need to stop going. I have an addiction. But anyway, I found some more scrapbook paper, and it was $2.99. Why did I buy it? I don't know. I don't have that kind. But I was like, I don't need it. But I bought it anyway. And so I'm going to start, you know, next time we're going to be making something with just some scrapbook paper. And then that way, we're not using any kind of a kit or anything like that. And then we can just make whatever. Okay, so that looks good. And if I need to, I can cut it down. But I kind of like things hanging out the top, so I'm good with that. Okay, so on this side, this is just a booklet. And I think what I was going to do is I was going to glue this down like this and have like a tall tag coming out the top. So this page will be glued down. This is going to be all writing space, and I'm going to decorate it, but I haven't done that yet. But we will. So I'm just going to do that. I'm going to make it a pocket, and although I really love that on the back, but look, it is what it is. You gotta sacrifice some in order to have some flips and flopses. Hey, Bubba. Bubba went for a ride. He's back now, and he's panting. Okay, so I'm just going to stick this down like this. And then it'll be a nice big pocket so that I can put a nice big tag in there. That'll be so nice. And then I'll have journaling space in there. And of course we'll decorate it. We'll put some stenciling and some different things. We're not, that's what I'm doing is I just went through the kit and I cut out all of the 18 pages of ephemera, and then I'm putting it in. I'm putting all the tags in the pockets and the flips and the booklets and all of that in, the flip ups, and you'll see. And then next, on Friday, I'm going to go ahead and then I'll decorate. I'll go in and I'll put all the embellishments and all the decorations on. This hinge is so cool and I love it. But I don't know if I want to do a belly band like this or like this. Because when I do a belly band that's tall like this, I'm normally going to stick something in there. And that's fine. I can definitely do that. So let me get my pencil. And I'm just going to cut this off. And I'm going to have to use him because I don't always do a straight line. And then I'm just going to, make sure. Now I'm paranoid that it's not filming anymore. It's not recording. And then I'll be like, ah, please don't do that. Okay, so we're just going to put a belly band here. And I'm going to put a generous amount of glue because I'm okay with it seeping down a little bit. I don't want it to seep out, but down is fine. And I'm not measuring. I'm just going to stick it down here, and then I'm just going to push it up. I think Daddy's going to get our hamburgers, honey. He's like, Daddy's leaving again. And I'm like, yep, he's going to get us some hamburgers. Because when I saw that it stopped recording, I'm like, well, I might as well just order the hamburgers. So he's going to get them. Oh, my goodness. Happens to the best of us. Okay, so there's that one. And then we have some coffee dyed paper. And then we made this on one of my videos the other day. So I have that. And then I was going to put this. I don't really want it as a belly band per se. I was thinking more of like a side tuck. And then to have like a card or something that goes in here. And I kind of want it to stick out a little bit. So when it closes, it's, you know, it's definitely going to come to the edge. But I'm okay with that. So I am just going to do it along this line. And I need it to stick out a little bit. So I'm just going to go like this. Just like that. And I'm going to turn it this way so that I can see. Need to make sure it's up enough. Let me turn it over to make sure. Yes. And if I have to cut that off, I will. I'm not really worried about that right now. I just want to get that on there. Okay, and then I'm going to put some glue up here. So the card will stay in. We need the card to stay in. Okay, so then we have just like a nice little side tuck right there. We made this the other day. I really like the little red blooms, rusted dreams. I like that. Okay, last one, and it is the last page, and I'm not going to cut out a notch in this. I think I'm in this one, I'm just kind of leaving all the pockets in just a squared look. I don't have any notches whatsoever. So let's just glue this baby down, and then I'm going to show you the rest of what I put in here. and what we're working with. And then we'll come back on Friday and we'll just start embellishing and adding to what I have put in here. Because you can't just leave everything like that. You've got to put some little extras. I'm going to push from this end. Okay, and then there's a tag that goes in it. Okay, let's go back to the front. This is my journal. And I'm going to show you. So just give me a second, and I'm going to come over here and see if I can find one of those really long file folders. No, that's not it. Oh, here they are. I was saying that I have these file folders that I got from a thrift store, and that's what I used. And it's a really long one. Let me put my glue in. And it is 14 3/4. So it's almost 15 inches long. And basically what I did is I just folded it in half. And then I made a gusset so that I could get 3 signatures in it. And I believe that this is a 1.5 inch gusset. And then I did the center, of course, was the center of the file folder. And then I did that first. And I just kept it the way it was. I literally just used one like this. I folded it in half and made sure everything was square. And then I did gussets on, I went and scored on each side so that I could get my 3. And then once I did that, I just folded it up so that it would, the pockets would be on the outside of the journal. It's just, and then I just added paper. And the reason is because I'm going to put a really big tag. I've got some really pretty material that I'm going to use for that on the side, on the gusset. But I wanted to have this pocket so I can put a really big tag in there. And with some dangles or something hanging down. And even on the back. I just thought that would look good. So it's 3 signatures. And I put some washi tape here, but I need to reinforce that. So today, this is what I did earlier. So let me just go through and show you what I have so far. And then we're going to, next, on Friday, we'll embellish, we'll decorate, we'll do all the things with the paper. So I put a belly band here. We did this in a video. I'll put it up for the next video. And then I did the little circles and then just added a journaling card. So we did that. And just know that you can do this all. It doesn't have to be this kit. It doesn't have to be this journal. It can be whatever you want. You know, get you some circles. These are, 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. Just cut you 3 of them out and then, glue them down and then make you a journaling card and then just stick it in. It doesn't have to be this in order for you to craft along. So this is a little fold out, and I left it open on the top so I could put a tall tag in there. And then I put one of my prompts in the front pocket. And then I put 2 pockets here with 2 tags. I still have to embellish and do all the things. But see, I'm kind of liking that square, just that boxy look for this particular journal. And some of this is left blank because I like to leave space for journaling. This is a crisscross pocket, so I have a small one here, and then I have a bigger one here. So we have that, and I'll use this smaller thing. This is just a fold out, and I haven't done any, we're going to do all that, but I just got all of my ephemera put in where I want it. I've got glue all over my desk, sorry, it just bothers me. Okay, and so we're going to put something underneath here. I don't know what it's going to be, but those are the little flip out cards. And then I put a pocket and a tag here. And I love that when you lift it up, that's behind there. I put a belly band that's going vertically, and I'm going to have to put something on the back. Probably we'll put it on a, not coffee dyed paper because it won't be thick enough, but maybe a file folder. And that way it'll stay in there nice and tight. This is really cool. This is a flip up. So you'll flip up. And then this is a pocket. So I'm going to we'll put a tag in here, right here. And then this flips up. So there'll be writing space here. And then a tag. And then this flips down to cover it all up. I love it. And then this is just that little pocket thing we made the other day. It has a tag. And then I made like a little booklet with some tracing paper in it. And I just cut out a barn and put some that stuff. Words are hard, y'all. Words are hard. What is this? What's it called? Cheesecloth. Yeah. So anyway, I did that. Put some cheesecloth and did that. And then I just put some coffee dyed paper. I've got to show you this. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at that. Look at the grains and stuff. I love it. I'm sorry. I just think it's so pretty. Okay, so anyway, I did that. I put a piece of Velcro here because it's kind of thick. And then this just folds down. Put a little brad. So, and then this is a pocket. And then this is like a little booklet. But I need to put something else in there. So I'll need to put something like a tall tag of some sort. This is just a belly band that has, a side tuck. So I have one on one side and one on the other. It's just a fold over. So we have to put tags in there. Oh, we didn't do one. What? We didn't do this? Well, I have this one, and then I also have this one. So I think I'm going to go with the big one. Okay, let's do that real quick. I missed one. Okay. That's okay. But you can do, you can craft along and, get out your journal and what are you working on. And if you see something, right now we're just doing the pockets and the tags. That's the pretty, obvious things you put in a journal. But we're not done yet. So there'll be other things that we're going to do. I want to put like a hinge, like a pop-up hinge on one of the pages. And so we'll have to do that. And, oh, there's another one. I didn't even do this one. Okay. Well, that's just crazy talk. Okay. Well, that's good. And so this is another one. And so this is just a flip out. So one goes on top of the other. And then I was going to put something underneath it. I like to put these down first. And then that way you can put the other piece on top of that. So you kind of hide it a little bit. But yeah, I was just like, I just need to get my journal put together with the basic ephemera, and then I can go from there and add all the other little goodies and stuff. So let me just put this one down first. Make sure that is straight, because that did not look straight. You can see better than I can. Scream at me. Tell me. To the left, to the right, what do I need? And this is going to lay down flat once you have your journal. I'm going to put it just like that. I might put it a little bit higher. Yeah. It's all going to lay down fine. Once your journal, you have it closed and everything's in there, it tends to really be trained well. Okay, I'm just going to pull it out like that. I just like things to be interactive. And I might even put something else that folds out even further. I just don't know yet. I like to just get the basics down, and then I'll look and see, what it'll do. And I might need to put like a little piece of Velcro or whatever. I don't know. But we'll get to that when we get to it. Okay, so there was that. How did I miss this whole section? I don't know, but I'm okay with it. I have these little circle-y things. I think they're cool. And I'm going to put them on this side of the page. So, and they're just like little pockets. And they're not in the kit. So if you did buy the kit and you're following along and we're doing all this together, you didn't get these, and I'm sorry about that, but I put them in the kit and then I was like, no, I don't want them. But of course I have, you know, I printed the kit 100 times before I sent it out to the world, and so I have all of this stuff, so I'm going to use it. So anyway, sorry about that, but you can make these on your own. All you have to do is just, you know, make a little half circle and then cut out a notch, and then voila, you too have half a CD looking thing. That's what it looks like to me. It's like a CD. Okay. I have so much glue on my fingers. See that? That when, as I'm putting it down, I'm just like, that glue is just, I was gluing away, just talking and just spending time with you and telling you all kinds of things, and then I'm like, what just happened? Okay, so I have this, and you know what? You don't have to use, you know, you can use all kinds of stuff. Look, I'm just going to stick that in there just like that. Oh, wait, that's the same picture. That wouldn't work. And then I'll do this there. Okay, so we got that. Doesn't mean it's going to stay, but like I said, I'm just getting things in. And then I did my crisscross pocket, and then I have a circle, and so I made it to go like this. You can put it in here, and then I'm going to have a bigger something in the back. So I put that in. Then we have some avocado dyed paper. And then this is just a flip. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but I love that there's that there. I might just put an acetate pocket of some sort behind it, and so that you can see this when you pull whatever out. It might be to the side. Yeah, so I don't know. We're just going to have to play around and see. And then this is the last signature, and I have just a little belly band here. I left that one blank. Then I did, this one's like one of those little crisscross pockets again, like, and I have it to have a tall tags in. And then this is just the 3. I think we just did those together, didn't we? And then this is that little booklet. So there's that. And this is going to have a tall, I love tall tags. Love, love, love to have a big tag sticking out with stuff hanging off of it. And then this is a belly band. And I don't know why, but it looks crooked. It looks like it's just going like that. I may have to just pluck that. Well, it'll be okay. I'll decorate it and do something. And then I have this little coin. And I made this match little booklet. And I like the little notch on the corner. Then we put this in. So I think we did that together, and we did this. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. The only thing that I have left out of that ephemera is another one of these. And believe me, I'll find some place to put that. I have a pocket, another little pocket. I have my, these are those prompts that I have in my, in the kit. And so I have this one, I have another pocket, and we're gonna, you know, I have more of these little disc things, so I have some of those. And this, I made 2 of them, so this is the other one. And then I have all of the words, and that's all I have left. And I told myself I'm not gonna print another one. I can't do that because I've printed so much. So yours, if you did buy the kit, it's not going to look like this because this one has borders on it. All of my ephemera has borders, but yours doesn't. So, but I have to use it, so I can't not use it. It's a waste if I don't. And so anyway, that's all. That's what we got going on. And so we're going to come back on Friday, and we will, well, I will, and you can do it with me if you want. But I'm going to start just embellishing. I'm going to put some ribbon. I'm going to do lace. I'm going to do, you know, kind of spruce it up and do all that. Do some stamping. I love to put stamping and sentiments, and so I'll pick some stuff out. Well, we need to put some words in there. And I have all of these words to, you know, sayings to put in. Fences lean, but stories stand strong. I love that. The farmhouse never needed perfect paint to feel like home. A bike, a breeze, and nothing urgent. Isn't that the truth? And where the windmill turns, the heart rests. So anyway, we have stuff to decorate and embellish, and then I have all my pages, all my journaling pages that I can cut up and I can use to make all of the tags and all of that. So that's what we're going to do. So I appreciate you coming and hanging out with me this Monday, and I hope you had a great weekend. You know, I hope you really did. I know I did. Mine was busy, and it wasn't necessarily a good busy, but it was busy. And so I thank you for coming. I just appreciate you. I really do. And I'll see you next time. I'll see you on Friday. But remember, you only know what you know until you know something different. Have a great day. Bye-bye.